So this morning it's been announced that Meghan and Harry and Andrew have been removed from the royal family's social media website. So that's kind of a big deal. They're separating further and further and further from Harry and Meghan, and it looks like damage control. Now, the other thing I wanted to look at, Edward Enninful, the editor of Vogue, who did the Vogue, let Meghan be the guest editor in Vogue, he just did an interview where he denies that the R word was the main reason that Meghan and Harry left the royal family. He says it was just, it takes a moment to figure out what it is to be a royal. It's a little bit complicated. It's not all just R. So it looks like he's not really backing her up. And I kind of want to take a look at their relationship because that's interesting. And immediately, Omid Scoby comes out and says that the R word and ignorance within the royal family did play a major role in Megxit or their exit from the royal family, and that Harry and Meghan were both failed by the monarchy. Okay, and then he goes on and says that he, as a biracial man, was also discriminated against, by the royal family. So he doubles down on this. And I'm kind of wondering, they seem to be scrambling to keep this narrative going. And I wonder if the narrative is falling apart because people just don't believe it. And that's really important. And the book is coming out. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So this is the royal social media tabs. And we just have the royal family, which is the Queen and Philip, and we have Clarence House, which is Charles and Camilla, and we have Kensington Royal, and Harry and Meghan and Andrew have been removed. This looks like damage control. This looks like tough love. For Harry and Meghan, it looks like both damage control and tough love. So let's look at the Queen and Harry. Is this a tough love move to get Harry to return? Because he's getting more and more woke every day, strangely. And this is not going to be good for Harry. It is going to be good for Meghan. This is Meghan's path, and Harry's walking Meghan's path. This is the Queen. Is the Queen showing tough love to Harry? Harry. Oh my goodness. We have here. So Harry has some very dark cards. He has Coffin and Earthquake and, Four-leaf clover is opportunity, doing one thing after another, and if you blink, the opportunity's gone. So 18, 5 diamonds on an ongoing basis. They're this is not a step-by-step card, but this is another opportunity. He's feeling devastated. He's feeling devastated, being removed from the royal family. He's feeling devastated. 10 spades is the worst possible ending, and he's feeling devastated. So it's working. What's going on here with the Queen? So we have 23 plus 8, 31, 8 clubs in front of the whole world. Everything. This long-term plan. Snake is the longest planning card. Foundation. Long-term plan about everything in the foundation. In front of all the people. So she's slowly removing him from everything royal family related, everything. She is purging him from everything. This would be a purge card. They took their social media accounts and stuck them in the box. And really, who is Harry besides being a royal prince? Who is he? I mean, if he's not a royal prince, he's literally nobody. Here we have Hand in Hand and Scapegoat, 14, 4 diamonds. So being cast out of the foundation, 4 diamonds, in front of all the people. So Harry's devastated about this. This is This is really working. Okay, if the plan is tough love, and letting Harry know how much this is costing him, they're just not supporting them. This is the royal family not supporting Harry and Meghan. Is this damage control? Okay, damage mitigation, because they also removed Andrew. Okay, that's clearly damage control. Is it damage control? Because Meghan and Harry are just so political. Everything they say is so political. And the most recent thing, they want to boycott social media. That is as far left as you can go at this time in history. That is as far left as you can go. Okay, so is this damage control? And the royals are not political. So, and everything Harry and Meghan do is pure politics. So, are they just trying to separate themselves from what Harry and Meghan are doing? That's not us. We the royal family don't condone or they don't endorse these things. All right, is this damage control? Close relationship, cutting the close relationship over the long term. 13, 4 hearts. Yep, it is damage control. They're cutting, they're don't listen to what people say, watch what they do. They're cutting the close relationship over the long term. They're separating themselves. Okay? They can't disavow that Harry is a grandson and a son in the royal family and that he was a prince. They can't disavow this, but they're cutting that relationship. They're demonstrating that it's not the same. When Harry speaks, he's not speaking for the royal family anymore. And they made a statement to that effect. We do not the royal family will not comment on things that Harry and Meghan say or do anymore because they're on their own. What's underneath? Manifesting a message, committed to manifesting a message, 13, 14, 16, 4 spades, of ending. Committed to manifesting a message of ending. So they're separating and ending their connection. So this is clearly, specifically damage control. We have Edward Enninful, okay, the Vogue editor, the very famous Vogue editor, coming out and saying that in an interview just the other day that he was asked point blank, basically to support Meghan, that it was the R word, bigotry, sexism, and the R word that drove Meghan from the palace. And he said, no, I don't think, and he's very dark-skinned. I mean, he's not a biracial. He's dark-skinned. He's African origin. So he said, no, he doesn't think that it was the R word, the bigotry and the R word that drove Meghan from the palace primarily. He felt that it was you just have to get used to stuff. So how is Meghan and Edward Enninful's relationship? Is he sort of backing away from her? Because it sure looks like it. Meghan. Edward Enninful. Look at that King of Spades. Oh my goodness. The devil had to show up. So Edward Enninful, how's their relationship? Cutting off the woman going forward. 24 plus 5, 29. 8 hearts. Water into wine. Water into wine can be a very emotional card, or 8 hearts. 8 hearts is a lying card, cutting off the lies of the woman going forward. He's not going to backstop her. Okay, he's not standing behind her and backstopping her anymore. He feels that it's kind of dishonest, what she's saying. 8 hearts. He feels it's dishonest. This up here is very interesting. The devil is very angry, very malicious. The whole situation, this is a terrible situation. Devil, Mother Earth, this is a terrible, terrible situation with the royal family. He doesn't want to get in the middle of it, and he feels that it's fundamentally dishonest.
8 hearts. He feels it's dishonest. Okay, making a play, making a selfish play in the foundation. 10 and 11, 21, 6 hearts. So, yeah, he just feels that he doesn't want to get in the middle of this. Meghan was an icon, and she still is, but the moment Harry divorces her, she's no longer that icon. But she was an icon. She was a biracial woman in the royal family. Okay, so they were making this woke statement. Now we have a biracial queen. Now, she could have just joined the royal family and not been the Duchess of Diversity. She could have just been Meghan, joining, beautiful Meghan from America joining the royal family. But that's not the choices she made. She was specifically the Duchess of Diversity Duchess. Okay, and she's really, he feels that this is incredibly dangerous. She's just making plays and it's all just selfish. He's figured it out. Edward Enninful realizes that if he keeps supporting Meghan, he's going to get hurt. Meghan is going to be fine no matter what happens. Harry's supporting Meghan, Harry's going to get hurt. People who are supporting Meghan are going to get hurt because she sues everybody. She blames everybody. Nothing is her fault. And she makes sure all the water rolls off the duck's back. What's going on here? Outside, this is Meghan's side, outside circumstances in the royal family, very emotional, always playing the emotion cards. Okay, it's not a rational argument. Well, what did they do that was bigoted and sexist? Well, she can't point to anything in particular. It's kind of, everything all at once. And they're really unaware of it. And nobody actually did anything or actually, did they say something? No, we can't. There's nothing in particular that anybody said, but, it's all just bigotry. That's the argument. It's a purely emotional argument. 23, 30, 8 diamonds. It's everything. And it's completely disingenuous. So, and that's what Enninful feels. Because Enninful is someone who's risen to the highest place. Did he get there because he played his diversity cards? Well, maybe a little bit, but he's also very intelligent, very smart, very hardworking, and he scrabbled his way to the top, just like anybody who's at the top. Okay, and he realizes how hard it is to get to the top and how hard it is to stay at the top, and Meghan made it to the top and she couldn't stay there. And it's not just this or that, it's a million different things, and that's all he's saying. So Meghan is just saying forces outside of her control. It's just totally not her fault. She's very emotional about it. She's very emotional about the things that were just outside of her control in the royal family. And it was kind of everything, and she doesn't point to anything. And Enninful feels like this is an extremely dangerous situation for him, and he's going to end up getting hurt if he keeps supporting her. So Scoby comes out with, immediately, right after Enninful says, well, it wasn't all bigotry. Okay, you just can't say that. That's not fair. It's just not fair to say that. And so Scoby comes out and says, well, it is all bigotry. That's the major thing that drove Meghan from the palace. And what is that narrative? That narrative is saying it's not Meghan's fault. It's someone else. It's bigotry and sexism. So is this narrative falling apart? Because the book comes out on Tuesday. The book comes out on Tuesday. The book is about to come out. You have to hold this narrative together, or that now the book is going to fail. So is the narrative falling apart? Because that's crazy timing by Enninful. Okay, so is the narrative, the bigotry, sexism narrative, which the book is based on, is it falling apart? What do we have here? We have Mercury, electronic communication and communication, keeping a sweet face on the communication and very officially and rising to the highest place. 18, 21, 6 hearts, the relationships, the karmic relationships. So yeah, he wants to make sure the book does well because his future in his career depends on this. And this is business. Keeping it together for the book, the business, and making sure that it rises to number one, on the charts. And I just looked this morning, just right before doing this reading, and the book is now number 16. It's number 16. So there's still a lot of interest, but it keeps falling. They cut the price in half. And the more stuff like this comes out, the worse it is. What's underneath? Trinity, broken chalice and sun. 3 and 3, 6, 2 diamonds. Everything is not working together for sun is great success, the beginning of great success. So this book, gosh, they really needed to get this book out. Meghan was screaming to get the book out earlier. I saw them doing a lot of rewrites. And if they're rewriting, man, oh man, there's never enough time for rewriting. So, are they afraid that it's falling apart? Yeah, that 2 spades. Everything is not working together for the success of this book. So the narrative, there's holes and flaws. The narrative is falling apart. It's breaking apart. 2 spades. Okay, on the surface, they're going to say nothing is wrong and this is the most successful book ever and everything is great and they got to keep a face on it. But underneath, the foundations of the book are cracking and people are really smart. They notice things. They don't miss these things. They see Edward Enninful speaking and they respect him and they're like, that's a contradiction. People do realize what's going on. All right, so what do we have? Is this tough love for Harry? Well, it's really working. Harry is devastated. Step by step by step by step, he's being removed, and purged from the royal family. And yeah, in front of all the people, he's being cast out, like Edward. And there's another article, Prince Edward, Edward and Wallis Simpson. There's another article that they're ending up like Edward and Wallis Simpson. I completely agree, and I predicted this, like a year ago. What's going on with the Queen? She has a long-term plan to kick them out of everything. Everything. If Harry doesn't come back, he's going to be completely purged from the royal family, and I think that includes money. Everything, 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 step by step by step. And all this time, the fact that it's one thing after another thing after another thing, each new blow to Harry is another opportunity for Harry to, okay, wait a minute, this is not good, I'm going to come back. That's what's happening. So they're playing it step by step like a chess game. Is this damage control? Because they got rid of Andrew as well. They're linked, 2 hearts. It's a close family relationship. So over time, they're cutting that link of the family tie. They're cutting that link and saying they're just not responsible. And they're directly stating this. Manifesting, 13, 14, 16, manifesting this end. Sending a message that it's not the royal family. They're not responsible. How's the relationship? Because everything, I'm realizing, everything is relationship. It doesn't matter how great you are at stuff. People have to like you. They have to want to help you, or they're just simply not going to do it. And it doesn't matter how just your cause is. And the Bible talks about this. First, have a good relationship with God, and then everything that you want will. So it's first the relationship, and next everything else. The relationship always comes first. So here's a key relationship with a great Edward Enninful is a very powerful man. He's really at the top of the media game, and he's a minority. Okay, so that's somebody that Meghan really wants in her corner. He wants nothing to do with her. He's got a plan. Execution is very organized. He's cutting her off going forward. He's not into this. He feels like it's just disingenuous, and he sees that it's incredibly dangerous for him, and it's selfish. It's selfish for her, And she is just going to keep playing this emotional narrative that it's circumstances out of her control, and it's not her fault that she is a miserable failure at being a duchess, but it is her fault, and of course she should be blamed. If she's successful, she gets the credit. If she fails, she gets the blame. All right, what do we have here? Number 4. Okay, so is the narrative falling apart? Yes. They got to keep the narrative together. They got to keep all the different pieces working for the success of the book, and everybody has to believe it. And definitely cracks are showing in that narrative. And the truth will be, how well does the book sell? Okay, how much are people loving this narrative, believing this narrative? Well, the price has been cut in half already. It's not released, and it's dropping in the ratings. So that's the proof that's in the pudding, is the sales of this book. Are they believing Scoby and Duran's? Are they believing Meghan's narrative? And if the answer to that is no, it affects everything. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.